Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Good. Sorry we have to meet over camera today. Things are a little different with the coronavirus. But I did email you over the consent form, and I saw that you emailed it back, that you had signed it. But just to go over it real quick, everything that we talk about is confidential. And at any point, if you feel uncomfortable or if you don't want to continue, we can stop, and that's not a problem. All right, does that sound good?
Sounds great.
Okay, so getting into it, the goal of today is to teach helpers, which would be me, about how to do the steps of the action stage for two types of action behavior, change, and decision making. So we're going to start out and discuss something that you would like to change in your life. So do you have anything specifically that you'd like to change currently?
I'd like to change my workout and how I eat. I'd like to get in better shape. That would be something I'd like to change.
So your fitness and your health.
Yes.
Okay. How would you like to change this? Just by working out more or eating better?
Both.
Both.
Definitely both. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Why are you wanting to work out more and eat better?
Just because I don't feel as good as I used to when I was working out a lot and when I was eating good, and I've kind of gotten into a rut. I'd like to get back into it again and kind of change some things.
So you don't feel as good. You used to work out before then?
I did. Mm-hmm.
How often did you used to work out?
I used to work out about, I'd say, 4 days a week.
Awesome. And you mentioned that you're kind of in a rut right now.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean by that?
I work a lot to where I'll get up, go to work. By the time I get off, I'm exhausted, I'm tired, I'm hungry, ready to eat something and hang out with my family, and then kind of go to bed. So there's not really much time there anymore, and I'm not motivated as I used to be.
Mm-hmm. That is understandable. Um, so when you say you want to work out more, what does that look like to you?
I'd like to incorporate at least working out back to where I was about 4 days a week, whether that be in the morning or after work per se, whichever I could, do and stick to.
So 4 days a week, either before work or after work. Do you have one
Yes.
specifically that you think you'd stick to easier, or?
Probably after work, considering, I don't want to have to get up at, 4 o'clock in the morning to work out for an hour and then go to work. But
Right.
yeah, so probably afterward.
Okay. Um, all right. So you want to work out 4 days a week. What about your health? What does that look like that you would like? What are your health goals?
My health goals, I'd like to start incorporating more vegetables in my diet. I don't eat terribly bad as it is, but I'd like to actually start, incorporating more nutrients instead of just eating more processed foods. I've been eating a lot of processed foods. I'm eating out a lot lately, so I want to get, kind of change that.
Yeah, a lot lately.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Um, so you're looking to increase your fitness and eat better, hopefully to feel better about yourself. Just feel better, like inside. Are you looking for any physical change?
Oh, definitely a physical change as well. My future wife would love that, I'm sure.
Yeah. What are some of those physical changes you're looking for?
I'd like to lose some weight. I'd like to probably, I know I'm about 198 right now. I'd probably like to lose roughly about 25 pounds, kind of get back down to, a good weight that I think would be ideal for me.
And you mentioned an ideal weight. Is this a weight that you've been before or that you've researched and you know would be healthy for you?
This is a weight that I was at before where I was really lean. I actually felt really good. I was really lean. I could see, good definition in my body, and I was happy. It was at my happiest, and I felt really healthy as well. So I would think that would be probably the best weight.
So you felt happier when you were this weight?
Correct. I had more energy. I wasn't as tired, and I don't know. It seemed like it was right for my height, 5'9", so it should be about right.
Okay. All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna jump into steps for behavioral rehearsal.
Okay.
This is gonna help build a plan for behavior change. So for step one, we're gonna assess the behavior. So tell me about the last time that you actually worked out. Was it recently or it's been a while?
I would say about 3 weeks ago or so, probably a little longer than that, before this coronavirus kind of hit. I had a active membership with Planet Fitness, which I still do. But when them shutting everything down, I've kind of been unable to go to the gym. So I've been not working out at home. So,
Right. So you would say that the coronavirus has hindered your ability to work out at a gym?
yes, just due to the fact that I can't go and be in a gym environment, which is definitely helpful, as to opposed to doing it at home, which not a lot of people will do unless they're very dedicated, which I'm just not motivated right now.
So you're saying that it's easier if you actually go to a gym than it is to work out at home, with all the other distractions at home?
For me, yes. The gym environment, I feel it's always kind of been a good motivator for me to get in there and get your stuff done and get a good workout in and go home.
Right. So I know we mentioned this before, but what are you looking to accomplish? We're looking for to lose 20 to 25 pounds.
Correct.
What are some other goals that you can think of?
Other goals, I guess you'd say. I mean, just my overall health. I mean, I just want to be able to not be as tired, to be able to, I guess you'd say, to get my cardio back up, to where I can breathe better. I'm not easily out of breath. And then physically, I'd like to be able to see my definition in my abs, and then my back and everything again. It'd be nice.
Okay, so you mentioned your cardio and how you like to breathe better. Do you know any specifics about what that would look like? Whether it's running a mile in a certain time or distance?
I actually don't. I'm never really. I kind of would get on the elliptical or the stairmaster or something like that, or just run outside. I've never actually tried to do it within a certain time period, so no, I don't really have any exacts for that. But
Okay. Okay, so what are some ideas that we could try to get you on your to reach your fitness goals?
I don't know. I'd say just plan maybe a time and when would be an ideal time throughout the day for me to set aside to work out.
Mm, okay. And then you also had mentioned in the beginning about your diet. Are there any plans that you have um, about how to eat better?
Um, I mean, I do have some ideas, as far as what I should be eating. Maybe I should just start buying more vegetables and sticking to maybe more fish, and like leaner cuts of meat, versus eating like processed food. So not buying the potato chips and the things I don't necessarily need, like ice cream, things like that.
Right. So really just buying the things that you want in your diet and not having the excess foods in the
Correct.
house.
Right. Yeah. If they're in the house, then they're gonna get eaten up for sure.
Right. um, okay, so it looks like we have a model of you want to work out. I know you mentioned before about 4 days a week. Is that still accurate?
Yeah, because I think I mean, everything in moderation. I want to be able to get to a point where I enjoy it, but I don't want it to be overtaking my life because the weekends I want to be able to have with my significant other or to go do things. But I think 4 or 5 days, 5 days maximum would probably be the most of what I would really want ideally.
Okay. Um, so it looks like if we were to create kind of a schedule or a plan of what you'd like to follow, it'd be um, going grocery shopping and stop eating as many or as much, like eating out as much, and only buying the things that you really want to eat, so like vegetables and fish, and you said also leaner cuts of meat.
Correct.
And then you're also planning on working out 4 to 5 days a week. And then hopefully losing 20 to 25 pounds. And I know you mentioned that you worked out before. Do you have a time that you think this 20 to 25 pounds would be realistic to lose?
A time frame, probably. I don't know. My body, I have pretty good muscle memory, to where I think it would be doable within. I don't know. I'd probably say a month, maybe 2 months time frame. That could be realistic for me if I'd stuck to the plan and actually was very consistent on my diet. I think that's definitely doable.
Okay, awesome. So what I would like you to do is to go ahead and sometimes it's easier if you get things done or to get things done if you actually write them down. So maybe you
Okay.
can start by actually writing down your schedule of what days you want to work out. And again, you mentioned before how you don't know if you want to work out before work or after work. And maybe set a plan and try it out for 1 week and see how it goes. And you can always change it up the next week if it's not working out.
Right.
Um, as well as maybe you could do some research into what a good cardio time would be for you.
Okay.
Just having that concrete goal will help you reach any goals that you do have. So maybe find a cardio time for even if it's just a mile, and then start working towards that, and that'll hopefully help you with your cardio.
Okay.
And then next time we meet, we'll go over your progress and how you're doing on your fitness and diet goals. Does that sound good?
That sounds great.
Okay. Well, before we end this session, I do have another section that we're going to go over.
Okay.
And this is going to be the process for decision making. And we're going to continue using the same situation that we've talked about. So your fitness goals and your health goals. And what we're going to do is we're going to start off with what are some various options that you've thought about regarding your health goals. So what plans have you thought about before, or what are the options about reaching your goals?
As far as like what have I done before that has worked for me, or
Sure. What have you done before that has worked?
I found a goal. I wrote down something that I wanted to accomplish. At the time, I was really into fitness, and I had a plan of what I wanted to look like and the goals that I wanted to set. So I definitely writing them down was definitely a good thing for me. So I think that would be one. And then another one, I incorporated intermittent fasting into my routine. So I would wait until about 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon to have my first meal. And that definitely helped a lot with fat burning, as well as kind of getting my metabolism speeded up.
Okay. Awesome. So some overall goals that you might have would be to look better, to eat better, to feel healthier. And then we're going to throw in cardio in there as well.
Okay.
Are there any other overall goals that you can think of, or does that cover it?
That honestly pretty much covers it.
Okay. So I have written down, you want to look better, you want to eat better, you want to feel healthier, and you want maybe some easier cardio. Cardio would be easier for you. So what I
Correct.
want
Yeah.
to do is I want to go ahead and um, rate your options. So I have those
Okay.
4 options. Which one do you think would be the most important to you?
Out of all 4 of those?
Yeah, out of looking better, eating better, feeling healthier, or working on your cardio.
I'd like to feel healthier out of all of those, to be honest.
Feel healthier.
Mm-hmm.
If you would say that's your number one.
Yep.
All right. What do we think the number 2 is?
The cardio for sure.
Cardio.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Number 3,
The look better.
look better. And then at number 4, you have eat better,
Correct.
which they all kind of go hand in hand, but
Right.
if you had to take them apart and rank them, this would be the order you would have.
Correct.
Okay. Okay, so you have the importance of which one you want. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to rate each option.
Okay.
We're going to work on, I'd like you to indicate either if you would be likely, very likely, unlikely, or very unlikely to do each one of these things.
Okay.
Okay, so number 1, you have you want to feel healthier.
Want to feel healthier? I'd say very likely.
Very likely that you'll accomplish this goal.
Yeah.
Why do you say that?
Just because I enjoy eating healthy for sure,
Mhm.
and I enjoy that lifestyle. It's just that first week, I guess you would say, of kind of getting past that rut, of getting out of the comfort zone of the convenience of fast food.
Right. All right.
So
Um, we have number 2 at cardio. How likely are you to accomplish this goal? To work on your cardio?
ooh, I'd say I'm likely.
You're likely to work on this one?
Yeah.
Why only likely?
Just because I've never really liked running. For example, like I enjoy the high that you get from it, or the endorphin release that you get from it. But I'm not a huge fan of running, so it's always been kind of tough for me because I don't really enjoy it. But
Right.
if I can find something that I enjoy that incorporates the cardio, then that's where I'll probably be able to accomplish it more.
Okay. So there's not really an initial joy of it, but you're hoping as you continue along, you'll build a likeness
Build
to it.
tolerance for it. Exactly.
Right. Okay. Okay. And number 3, you want to look better. How likely is this to happen?
Oh, that's very likely.
Very likely. You sound very confident about that.
I'm very confident.
Why are you saying very likely? Is that just something that's important to you?
That's yes, definitely important to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, it has everything to do with my self-esteem. I want to, be more confident. I want to be able to look at myself in the mirror and say, "Hey, I'm happy what I see with what I see." So, I would say that's definitely something that's very likely to be achievable.
Okay. And then lastly, you have eat better. How likely is that?
I would say that's also very likely, just because I enjoy eating. I'm not very picky with food, so I enjoy eating good foods. But again, it's just the convenience of the fast food, to where I just need to go to the grocery store. I need to make a priority to go to the grocery store more to grab the things specifically that I need versus grabbing things I don't. So
Okay. So again, we're gonna go ahead and come up with another plan, just another one that we're gonna set in place that you want to actually follow.
okay,
And I'm gonna let you kind of guide this part. So what are you looking at for working out for fitness time?
Fitness time, I'd say maybe from 6 to 7. That would probably be a good time frame for me.
Is this AM or PM?
PM.
And what days, if you can come up with any?
I'd say probably Monday through Thursday.
Monday through Thursday, 6 to 7 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
And what about your fitness or your health? I mean,
My health as far as like eating healthy. I would say to start meal prepping. I'm gonna go to the grocery store maybe on like Sundays,
Sunday.
and then and then I would grab all the food I would need to meal prep, and then I would cook my food ahead of time and put it in Tupperware.
When would you
and
cook
then
it?
on Sunday.
On Sunday as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then you'll have it throughout the week, so you'll be less tempted to eat out, go to fast food.
I wouldn't say less tempted, but
less likely, maybe.
Less likely.
Okay. And again, next time we meet, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to talk about this kind of plan we've made. And maybe if there's anything that you need to modify about it, or if there's anything that you like, dislike, we'll go ahead and go over that next time we talk.
Okay.
Sound good?
Sounds great.
Okay. Well, do you have any other questions or comments for me today?
I don't. I really appreciate it.
Well, all right. Well, now I'm going to go ahead and let you go, and I hope you have a good rest of your day.
You too. Thank you.
Mhm.